Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to an installment of I think the first recorded drive installment post quick view of the K10 Scottsdale, which is in the thumbnail. But we will talk about it a little bit on the bench. As you know, we'll get the 3-pound body over here. During the most recent live stream, most recent relative to the recording and the posting of this video, we were swapping it over to some fancier bits and bobs. I don't know why I'm trying to hide the wheels there in the thumbnail, but man of fire. The gentleman owner of this picked perhaps the perfect wheels for this. Deeps, they're brass, and then they're like nickel-plated brass. They've got Injora blue silicones in them in the tusks. 240 grams per corner, taking us to 960. We just, by a hair, miss kilo of wheelos. But this is a near kilo of wheelos in Class 1, which is absurd, is what that is. They look amazing. For those who were not present for the live stream, it has been fitted with a 9 iMod 1400 kV 3542, pardon me, crawler motor. Reefs Raw 800 LP for steering duties. Rhino V80, and I have done perhaps one of the cleanest wiring jobs I've ever done. I needed 2 6-inch extensions, one for the servo and one to come out and get the lights for the body. Everything is hooked in. The body, because it's so flat pan with the flat bed and the flat floor, it sits so low that the only battery I have found to fit is one of these tiny little 850s, little tiny 850. Let us make sure that everything was put back together correctly-ish. I will have to try to find a Traxxas clip. I can mount it to one of these screw holes so we have something to clip the battery wire onto. Holy crap! Yeah, Raw 800 is sassy. The steering is nowhere even remotely centered. I'll sort that out. I'll deal with that. Let us make sure that we can get the body in place. I believe that the extension... So we have to have an extension plugged into an extension. Luckily, I have an absolute ton of these. So I could have used a longer extension, I guess. 6-inch was not long enough in this case. I will sort out the steering. Shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Gotta have the lights. And now I will mount this body quietly by myself because people have remarked that the sound of it mounting is terrifying to the soul. Following the installation of the inner fenders that come in the box, mounting the body on this might be as arduous of a process as mounting the body on anything of all time ever that is intended to be quick released. I mean, I don't think it's up there with having to take 20 screws out of some kind of a cage to get inside of that, but it's a lot. It's a lot. You also, this vehicle will make you carry microfibers with you everywhere because it's very metallic and shiny and you want to keep it that way. And it will also make you drive it differently. And when I say you, I mean me, because I still can't come to grips with it. But we have set the endpoints very small on the 800 LP, about 60% either direction. And my gracious. And then the 1400 should get us. We've definitely got the low. basically what this needs is, I mean, I don't know what we're doing explicitly that would classify as testing per se, but we need to see what the outcome is of installing the bits. That little centerpiece makes it nearly impossible. 4150. 9.15 pounds. So we went from 8.5 to 9.15 pounds, but the only weight that has been added is all in the wheel tire insert area. There have been no other major mechanical changes. So, I mean, usually you don't make this kind of a... It's so shiny. It's so shiny. It's going to be difficult for me to drive it. Not because it's difficult to drive, but because I am still too precious about it. Those wheels look so good. So, let's go out. We'll mush it about. I guess this is part of a current and ongoing series in the canyon of unrelated events that keep combining together where we just drive really scale things. We're going to have to clear our head and like take Esky, the kind of sporty, out and drive something not scale. Because this is, man, it's good to look at. It's so good to look at. I also want to see the top speed on the 1400. There's a lot of things I do want to see. What I don't want to see is it rolling down rocks repeatedly. So we might take some small measures to avoid that. Let us head out there together. I need to configure cruise control before I go. Anyway, I'll meet you outside. So I don't know if the drag link is the wrong length or if it just has the wrong kind of ends on it. But we do have some droop, and we have up travel and down travel here with the Leafs. You can watch the steering swing side to side under compression, and it appears to me, because we're Leafs, the only thing physically attaching the chassis and the axle is that drag link. There's no panhard here. So either there's not enough swivel in the pivot balls, or the length isn't quite right. I'm not sure what it is. But that is easily remedied simply by just swapping out that bar. Tusks be grabbing. Usually try to get a little more this side. Oh, I got it. The little doojobby that the transfer case lives inside. I've said it's like a big plastic fish hook. It will catch on everything. I'm watching, I guess, what's a little bit of axle wrap in the rear. I'm watching the rear tire. I'm watching the wheelbase get longer, shorter, longer, shorter. There's plenty of grip to stay up on the surface. I can't get it to pull over. The stability is, despite we're not talking about a huge weight increase. Okay, we're there. Is that pumpkin? Is that, what are we? There we are. There is some stuff going on underneath there. We're just getting hooked on everything. I gotta, again, the scalar mindset. I've got to get myself in this notion that, okay. Also, be less precious. It's not a Fabergé egg. That body's not going to eject. I don't want to scar it up. Ooh, like right there. Ordinarily, I would just cut that turn down and be like, oh, it'll be fine. Oh, no, I hate this so much. Oh, the sound that it makes. It really is a scratch magnet, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is... We're going to... Oh... I can't get used to it. I can't get used to it. It hurts every time. The difference in the power delivery. I mean, everything's noticeable. I'm feeling the wheels, the inserts, the tires. That's all the great stuff, the stuff contacting the ground. But, I mean, in terms of the amount of steering and the speed at which that steering comes on, and then... Wow. It can almost overpower it. 9+ pounds, man. This is a vehicle that you really don't want to drive it without the body on it, because the platform will do reasonably well without 3 pounds of ABS on top of it. Turning circle, not that bad. Ugh, I'm now reminded that alarm, external, it's a 9.6. They have the alarm on RadioLink radios for when you have the telemetry hooked up, and the gentleman said that he sent this receiver specifically because he wanted the telemetry, so I hooked up the telemetry. The draw from the things like this, yeah, okay. So if you're curious at all what the draw out of that Reef's 800 LP is, okay, 11 point whatever. It will hoover that battery down to where this is one of the reasons where on the rigs that I do have running that R7 receiver, I tend to just not plug the telemetry plug in, because it will yell at you all the time. Slightly less if you have a direct power servo. .19 tusks, man. Oh, they're so good. I was gonna say you, and by you I mean we, and I mean me, and I mean us. We need to get over the feeling that, oh, you know, you don't want to hurt it. It's too pretty. It is too pretty, but it can do the things. It can crawl. It can and will, especially with this power system in it now. And that wheel tire insert combo. I've got to build him a flat skid. Just like what I have on my Marlin. Yeah, there we go. We're through. We're through. I'm trying to think, where else can we use this that is, you know, in its wheelhouse? It ain't side hilling. So what better way to go about this than to do inappropriate things? It's probably the scaliest scale thing here, aside from the fact that it doesn't have a driver in it. Probably the scaliest scale thing here, so gates, obviously. Back 9. Ooh. Not scoring. Definitely not scoring, because we're going to have to use a lot of reverse. A lot of reverse. Did I just knock a piece of rock loose? I think I did. I will say, though, while this is... Okay, that gate's dead, so it doesn't matter. Big bumper, big bumper, big bumper. Ooh, swung it down, swung it down. It's a little pinstriper there. This is something that is handy. I hate it. I hate it. It's the telemetry system that bothers me more than any other. How low can we go? Let's just go down to yeah, let's go down to 7.2 so I don't have to hear it. Let's see if we can get back and get through 4. See if I can get up through this. Yeah, stability feels great. And this is a situation where, you know, ordinarily when you're putting something together, you just say, oh, well, we've added high weight, we've added sprung weight, so we will just compensate and we'll put weight down low. You can't put enough weight down low. 3-pound body. I don't think you can offset that. You just have to learn to live with it. You think that that's the rear not wanting to climb up or not being capable of climbing up? No, not at all. It's that the hanger that has the transfer case in it. It's a little chopped up here. This is definitely a bit more portal friendly. If I can glide that front end, oh, you know what? That was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. I have no notes, no complaints. The leaves, oh, you can see that thing. It looks like the head of an axe just hanging down off the belly. Yeah, we've got to flip that T-case. We've got to flip that T-case in order to keep us, like, he'll slide through a lot better. Yet a low speed is not to be trifled with. It's an outrunner, man. Oh, through this surprisingly good. Honestly, rear just absolutely hung. That's a strike, but like I said, we're not scoring. There we go, we're through. My intention was like, we'll just run the first 4. But way better than I thought through 4. So let's, 8 and 9 are gonna be tough. Let's just do the 9. And I say that again with our usual canyon sense of hubris. If there's an opportunity to swing this thing around on the flat, we're gonna do it. Don't brush it, don't hit, okay. Big chromy bumper. I'm gonna try the real left-hand swing here. You can, brother, you can have all the reverses you want. We are using that low speed here. Yeah. It doesn't matter how powerful your servo is or how badly it will set off the low voltage alarm. The front end, it has to be that drag link just not traveling far enough. That's a breath holder. Okay, I want to come by a little higher. We might just be too chopped. If I can get, okay, we got front axle stuck in. Yeah, you know what? Oh, folding mirrors, man, folding mirrors for the win. And they don't get any easier. Oh, come on. Fish, hook. That was a design decision. Somebody made that decision to have that axe-shaped T-case mount hang down that far, right in the middle of the vehicle. Then we get our pumpkin stuck. Then if you get your front pumpkin off, the same exact spot that the pumpkin got hung, you're gonna hang your center axe. That's rear pumpkin. And mind you, this thing came on perfect positioning. Came on 3.9s. The 4.19 is a revelation by comparison. And how do we know this? Because now all I notice is how much that center mount gets hung up on absolutely everything. Look at that. I thought we would have some issue through 7. Absolute breeze. And it's the different color bases, remind, because you know, there's what, six bolts on screen. The green bases are green line. That's not what we're dealing with right now. We're on the back 9, which are yellow bases. I think I think I could learn to drive this over time. I'm starting to develop some small sense of when the bumpers are going to just outright betray me, because they are very big. We are caught front and rear. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't just maneuver off the body panels like that, which is pretty much how you get through here. Oh, get in frame. Get in frame. Get in there. Oh, no. Wait. Went high. I don't know if the mic's picking him up. He's yelling at me. Oh, is he yelling at me? What's up, buddy? Along with the lizard explosion that is coming this year, hummingbirds. Okay, let me see if I can pan. Hold on. Nope. He does not want to be on camera. So many hummingbirds this year. Okay, that is an instance where I have seen many a truck struggle through 8. The leaf, man, it's anti-droop. It won't let the front end fall down. We glided through that. Oh, come on. Murder it. Nope, that's too much nose. Too much nose. Gotta get up over, gotta get that pumpkin pulled over. Ooh, got a little wiggle on that one. All right, try it. More. Nope. What do we think it is? Is it front pumpkin, is it rear pumpkin, or is it the battle axe? I think the battle axe is clearing, so I think we're dragging the rear pumpkin off of that right there. Try it even more this way. Ooh, that was almost there. I think I'm cutting back on the steering too late. Yeah, we're gonna knock that one. It's a problem. It's a problem. Oh, there we go. Now we've killed it, so we can fulfill it. There we go. Yeah. He just wants to go his own way. Go his own way. Go your own way. The fun level of our man, the Scottsdale, has definitely increased. Maybe that is driver mod. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I feel it inside me. About getting less precious with it. It must be breaking in a little bit, both the inserts and the leaps. I can't talk and look at it upside down. I did note that when I went to flip them over this time that the battle axe on here is aluminum. The battle axe that comes on the Marlin is Delrin. So that would slide better. We're gonna flat bottom. We're gonna flat belly this guy. Well, as flat as you can get it. I just gotta hand bend some aluminum for it. Same thing I did in my Marlin. I will just try to reapproximate how I did the Marlin on this. Much better, much better. And I think that I personally have gotten 7 to 9% better. Not 11. We couldn't go far as to say 11% improvement. I'm getting more comfortable in, I guess, scratching it and wheeling it around. I hope that a good time was had by all. With definite improvements as far as I'm concerned. So, thank you so much for joining us here in the canyon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping us company during this whole process as we scalify ourselves a little bit. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I hope that in between now and when we meet again, you one and all do your very best to have a good one, everybody. I look forward to seeing you again here in the canyon with whatever shenanigans we might be up to. Man, those are good-looking wheels. That is a good-looking rig. Is that or is that not a good-looking rig? It's a good-looking rig. All right, we can do this. We can do this. Three-wheel motion. Yeah, it's good. I don't think it's done, but I think it's closer to done than it was before. And you know what? Not just the rig, but us too. We're not just close to done, we're actually